have the room ready for you and Mrs. Barrington.
Thank you, Will.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Barrington.
Not quite, darling, but soon. Very, very soon. Bella.
Yes?
Every bottle of champagne sent to the room at once. And make sure that we are not disturbed for any reason.
With Blake Shelton, Adam Levine, and the rest of the crew from The Voice. They've been in there. They're starting their 14th season, you guys. They've been working really hard for a while now. But Stage 12 goes back even farther than that. That's one of the oldest buildings on our lot, and over the years, Stage 12 has been the home to some of Hollywood's Dracula's Castle. Scarface's Mansion. And the Visitor Center from Jurassic Park. We built all of these sets inside the same building, not at the same time. Buildings, they look kind of like houses. These are actually offices used by writers, producers, directors. These folks are the storytellers that think up all the stories in the first place. They write them down. They figure out the best way to take those stories from the page to the screen for our audience. That's you. And we have some heavy hitters over here, some people that we are very, very proud to have on our lot each and every day. Steven Spielberg has a lot, or an office here in our production bungalow area. Robert Zemeckis has an office over here. Angelina Jolie, John Williams, Ron Howard. We have Illumination Entertainment. That's the animation company that brought you Despicable Me and Minions. Mark Platt Productions is over here. Mark Platt does musicals. On the streets you see to your left. So you can see those dancers out in the city. If you're wondering why they're dancing in the dark, it's because Hairspray the musical was broadcast live. And it's set up for Halloween, but you can also see the permanent structures here are designed to look like city buildings, but we have lots of different kinds of buildings, different styles of architecture kind of jammed together. That way, depending on what part of our sets we want to look at, we can go to a completely different city, a completely different part of the world. The street we're driving through is called London Street, sometimes London Square, because we have this courtyard here. This area appeared as London in Saving Mr. Banks with Emma Thompson. This was also 1940s New York in Captain America, the First Avenger with Chris Evans. You can see how narrow the buildings are as we continue forward. When we're filming, we only worry about what the camera sees. If you can see the front of the building, you're not looking at the back of the building. So we don't bother building it. Instead, we have these very narrow facades. That means false front. We want them to look gorgeous for the camera, but anything we can't see, we don't bother with. We got this great big brick wall over here in case you need an alleyway or just a bit different. And now we're getting one more look at the actual street there. Now it's on your right-hand side. Now our directors can come out and decorate these sets, transform them into any city they want. That could be San Francisco or Boston or Chicago. Some directors take it either way. All right, folks, get your 3D glasses ready because we are heading into the home of King Kong. So let me welcome all of you to Skull Island. Stone Age foot-powered cars from the Flintstones. So as you can see, we've got the future and the past totally covered. If you want to be right up to the minute, we have some hot rods from the Fast and the Furious movies. Those are my favorites. And then we'll round things out with some off-roading Jeeps from Jurassic World and Transformers. Now, these cars are not necessarily what they appear to be. That tank from Transformers is actually made out of plywood and cardboard, so it won't protect you in battle. It's just like our buildings. We only care about how things look. As long as they look great, they don't have to work the way that they do in the real world. We'll figure that out later on. Of course, one of Universal's best, greatest franchises. City Walk. Come on up there. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere. I don't think you're going to have to fight dinosaurs, though. You can just... Oh, no! I spoke too soon! Ah! Dinosaur attack! Save the margaritas! tell, yeah, you can tell it's a real emergency because we are zooming away at top speed, getting out of the way. Perfect, just like everything else. The dinosaurs, the buildings, the cars, the trees over here. But even the weather is fake. When you see rain or fog or snow on screen, the film crew makes it happen. It's really, really easy to create weather effects. It just means that when we're on the tour, we have to check our... Even the rain, that's just coming from a sprinkler head. Now, we still use real water because it's the best way to get our actors wet. But rain can be tricky to photograph, so we've got to cheat a little bit. We use extra large raindrops. We space out those raindrops so they'll catch the light when they fall. We shine the light through the water to make it a lot more visible. We might even add something like milk or paint to make the liquid more opaque. But the one thing we don't want to do is run that water too long, because if you do that, you can get flooding. So, Cody, can you shut the water off for me, please? Yeah, it's just, oh no, it's too late. We waited too long. We got a flash flood. Look out! We did the flood on purpose too. Of course we did. And here's what that flash flood looks like. It's a big fat liar, so I called you mine. We tried how short you saw it in Nacho Libre with Jack Black. It's in TV shows like Arrested Development and Criminal Minds Beyond Borders. We're crossing the border right now. We're heading into the Old West. I do mean old. These Western sets are some of the oldest Hollywood structures still standing. Some of these buildings go all the way back to 1916 when the movies were still silent, and we still do use these sets today. You see them in Westworld, you see them in Drunk History. They're not quite camera ready right this time. We throw some dirt down on the ground, we make sure our actors are wearing the right hats. Maybe we bring out a horse. And that's about it.
I'll share it with everybody, okay? Pete, what do you do? Oh, for Pete's sake. That might not be a dolphin. Okay, it's okay, folks. We're perfectly safe here on the tram. We're just gonna pull forward. We're gonna hang.
Hooray! He's the most famous part of our backlot tour. That's Bruce the Mechanical Shark. He's the only shark in the world that's doing that shark.
We're seeing the shark is not working. The shark.
We just waited around. The shark worked well enough for a while there to get us result.
We're prepping it for some filming that's going to be happening in the next couple days. And oh, hang on. Sorry, I got distracted. That black car's not supposed to be there. I got to make a quick call. Hang on.
This is security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
Hey, security. We were just passing by the chicken ranch, and there's a black Dodge Charger out here. I think it's the car you told us to look out for. So I wanted to give you a call.
Okay, Tour. I'll send someone down to check it out.
For the upcoming holiday season. Now I gotta tell you, these Who's, they've been pretty stressed out lately because they always look forward to Christmas, but before they can get to Christmas, they gotta deal with Halloween. Their next door neighbor's kind of a psycho. Out of pen? Alright, anyway, I gotta say, I don't blame Norman for being in a bad mood. His backyard is a total disaster. This is the colossal crash site set for Steven Spielberg's War World, and this is what remains of the neighborhood where Tom Cruise hides out in War of the Worlds. That's a real 747 over there, destroyed on purpose for this unbelievable scene.
We're playing crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision.